frame now, you can see it a little bit better. Okay, watch the dragon. The geometry just kind of goes away as you pull back. That's called tessellation. It's the most important feature of DX11, and we are absolutely stunning in our performance on tessellation. So when this comes out, you're going to see a lot of reviews talking about tessellation. You're going to start going, man, that tessellation stuff, gotta get me some of that. It's awesome. All right, let's give out a card. Okay, who can say tessellation 10 times fast? Awesome. That was awesome. You really did say tessellation fast. So you can tell I'm pretty excited about tessellation. Let's go back to the slides. And I told you that we're the gold standard. I didn't tell you exactly. I'm surprised I actually left this in here. I probably shouldn't. But we are really, really fast compared to the other guys. So we are about 2.5 times faster because we have all those shader cores. We have tessellation hardware, something called polymorph engine. Really, really exciting. So we like to win. And that's exactly what this does. I already showed you Unigine. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about ray tracing. So ray tracing is not used primarily in games today. The performance on ray tracing, even with the fastest stuff, is still not fast enough. But what I'm going to show you is technology that we're developing in the future. Again, nobody else has seen this stuff yet. Awesome. Thank you. No. Thank you. All right, so let's take a look. Now this demo is put together by 2 teams at NVIDIA that have been working very, very hard. One is called Optics and the other one's called Scenics. Optics is the technology that does ray tracing. It's a software kit that we make available to third parties. That car is rendered, let me show you, using our ray tracing technology. So if you look at it, see how it's kind of refining? That's as the light simulates, as the photons bounce around. Eventually, do you guys know, let's just talk about light for a second. The way this thing works is light comes from the sun, it hits a surface, refracts, reflects, or runs right into your eye, bounces around, and eventually bounces into your eye. Right? That's how we all see. We all see refracted and reflected, diffracted light. So that's what we're simulating. We simulate billions and billions of light beams as they bounce around, and eventually they land in your eye. And what we're generating here, that screen doesn't do an image, but it's photorealistic. Okay, so can anybody think of what we might care to do with photorealism? Why is that such a cool thing? He's sucking up for a card, so it's immersive is what you're saying. Okay, no card, but I'll give you a game. That was an excellent try. All right, anybody else have a guess why we care? Yes, you. Oh, you're saying for actors, you could use this in professional film production. That is correct. As a matter of fact, they already do that. So here's the darkest of days for you. All right? Okay, so film is one way. Ray tracing is very commonly used in professional. Another thing that they use ray tracing for, which I didn't even know about, is in games, they do what's called scene baking. So scene baking is, I've got a bunch of different lights, I've got a bunch of different atmospheric effects. Right. I'll calculate what happens in all the light, and then I'll generate a texture or an image. So you can use ray tracing to generate that very complex geometry and that flat mesh. So for games, it's also useful. And in the future, let's talk in the future, in the way, way future, what my hope is real-time rendering. You've already got something. Real-time rendering would be, that would be a thing of beauty. Ray trace real-time, that's way, way, way in the future. But not so much in the future is imagine that your game has a button that you can hit and it says, give me a photo. Okay, now if your game has a give me a photo button, maybe instead of you're running your Need for Speed or you're running Warcraft, you've got your character, you got your big blade, you got all the power-ups you got, take a picture of it, right? You can get a really cool image for your desktop or you can send it to your friends. So ray tracing is really, really cool and it's going to be useful in the future. So we have 2 modes in this demo. One is called our preview mode. So in preview mode, what we're looking at is a little bit lower resolution, but even in our low resolution, you can see the car reflected in the windows. All that stuff is really, really hard to do, except if you have really good hardware, general purpose like GF1. Okay, so I'm going to leave this up. We can come back and try it over in the booth. By the way, this system and another system maybe up in the booth. You can all try some first. All right, let's go back to the slides. And before I continue, let's give away a card, okay? Okay, hold on. Who has an NVIDIA t-shirt on that was not from this show? Okay. If you can hand up, okay. Who has an NVIDIA keychain in their pocket?
Right here, this guy! This guy!
Oh my God. Is there anybody else with an NVIDIA keychain and a hat and a shirt? Okay. Nope. You got a hat, but you have a keychain. No, all right, here you go. Completely NVIDIA'd up. All right, so next time you know, I reward good behavior. All right. And did you guys all get a Snuggie? Yeah. Yes. As a matter of fact, if you have a Snuggie, if you're one of the few and one of the lucky Snuggie holders, there is going to be a Snuggie contest tomorrow. So stay close. It's going to be exciting. Yes, what? Nothing? Just wanted to share? Just overcome with emotion? I got you. All right, so Snuggie contest tomorrow. Paul, you're going to have details on that, right? Excellent. Where was? All right, we got some more slides. All right, so that is ray tracing, and you can see the image quality is amazing, and it's only supported on NVIDIA. GF100 also is amazing physics. You know, we've been doing physics now for a couple of years, and it is the most compelling technology when you really see it in action. We have it in games like Batman. We have it in games like Darkest of Days. There's a new game I'm going to show you in a little bit called Dark Void. So have you all heard of Dark Void?
Yeah.
It has amazing physics in it. There's a gun in Dark Void. I think it comes out. Did it come out already? Or is it coming out this week?
This week.
Come out next week? Tuesday. So Dark Void's coming out Tuesday. We're going to be showing it over the booth, and it does have physics built into the game. So if you have an NVIDIA card, a G80 or faster, you're going to get physics. The physics blows up this guy with a disintegrator gun. So if I were to say hypothetically shoot you with my disintegrator gun, there would be little bits in a cloud of goo all over it. It'd be awesome. It'd be awesome. You guys want to see it? Yeah! Is it okay? Okay. I wish I had. Damn. Okay, so physics is big, and GF100, of course, since we designed it to be physics, it's awesome at it. And I have an example of it. So let's get out of here. Our demo team. Everybody know our demo team? We have a demo team that does nothing but demos. Is that an awesome job? Can you imagine? These guys sit around and they think all day long. What would be cool to demo? We are not hiring for the demo team right now. I'm sorry. Here, hug time. Come on. Yeah.
No.
Sorry, no.
That's worth more than any video card.
It's worth more. That hug is worth more than anything. Okay. So the demo team works on this stuff 24/7, and they thought of a cool thing. You guys remember back in the 50s? Back in the 50s, are you guys with me? Back in the 50s, there was a rocket sled test, right? And what we did was, in America, they kind of took some smart people, and they said, how about if we strap you to a rocket and fire you down this course and just see if you live or die, right? Because we don't want to send people up into space if they're going to turn into jello. So let's do it on land first. So they actually did a whole series of tests out in the Utah desert, okay? So our demo guys, who are doing nothing but thinking of crazy things to do, said, hey, why don't we do that? Okay, so that's what they did. We have a demo here of simulating the rocket sled testing that was done in the Utah desert. Okay, now the cool part about this demo is not just that it's DX11, which it is, and it's not just that it's really, really fun to play. We are actually going to have a contest a little bit later, and I think I've already told you. Didn't I already tell you that we're giving away a GF100 here today? But let me clarify. We're not able to actually give you the card because that would kind of get me fired. But we'll give you a certificate that I will personally deliver you a card signed by my boss's boss, which is Jensen. And Jensen, our president, great guy. And if you're watching, great guy. No, he's actually a great guy. I should have said that. Anyway. But anyway, we're going to get signed by Jensen, and I'm going to have a certificate. You can call me, and I'll give you the card. Okay? So that's going to be really, really cool. Yeah. All right, so this demo was done by Mark's team. I actually have sound on this, so let's move from here.